Dos, tres, cuatro.
Hello everybody, welcome back to the United Way for our 5 talking points for the game against Burnley, where Manchester United went to Burnley, went to Turf Moor and beat them by a 0-0. Bruno Fernandes opened the scoring for the Red Devils just on the brink of half time. Brilliant assist from Johnny Evans as well. He is going to be on one of the talking points today. And yeah, I mean, listen, we got the job done. It wasn't pretty, but we got the job done. Listen, all right, the performance. Listen, there's positives. We didn't have the good start we had against Brighton and Bayern. But when we got the goal, we closed out. We defended all right. And again, we didn't start our two best defenders. Our two starting centre backs. We didn't start our two starting centre backs in Rafael Varane and Martinez. Martinez was injured. Varane was on the bench. He did come on, replacing Serge Reguilon, who hopefully, fingers crossed, doesn't have a hamstring injury. Supposedly Ten Hag said he was ill and he wanted to play, which is always nice to see. But if you look at the stats here, we have I mean, listen, you look at the stats. I mean, all right, they're not great, I'll admit, from Manchester United perspective. Listen, I know stats. I know the only stat that matters at the end of the day is the scoreline, and Manchester United won. But we'll read them out anyway. So, shots: Burnley 12, Manchester United 11. Both sides had 4 shots on target. Burnley had a 62% possession to Manchester United's 38%. Burnley made 633 passes to Manchester United's 400. I mean, you look at Manchester United as well. We're not really a team that passes it. We tried the long ball a few times yesterday, and it wasn't working because, listen, maybe it'll work against teams that play the high line, but it's not going to play against Burnley or Brighton, or it didn't work against Bayern, who usually play a high line. So I don't know. I know Onana, we brought him in for that reason, to pick out players, do long balls and all that, but at the moment it's not working, and hopefully it's something that Manchester United can work on. Like I said in the watch along, if you haven't watched it, please do and give it a like. And even in the game against Bayern as well, we did one of these for the game against Bayern, so have a look there as well. But we should keep the ball on the ground more often. You know what I mean? We should be focusing on keeping the ball on the ground and not being ridiculous and clumsy and going long ball, and then we're basically just handing the other team back possession, is what I'm trying to say. And I don't want that. So yeah, I mean, all right, I know you can look at the first goal that we scored. Well, the second goal, we scored first, but it was just allowed. So the Bruno Fernandes goal, Johnny Evans, ball over the top, that worked. Now, all right, should Onana come out a bit further? Should that be a thing? Should Andre Onana come out a bit further? Should he come out a bit further? Don't obviously go past your centre backs because you're screwed then. But should Onana come out a bit further, then players can make a runs, because no one's really making runs. It's just back to when the ball gets back to Onana, back to positions, and no one's really making runs except for Rasmus Højlund. So it's something I just should work on, and I hope it's something they do too. Yeah. Again, pass accuracy, Burnley 88%, Manchester United 80%, Burnley 6 fouls, United 12, Burnley had 1 yellow, we had 2, and Burnley had 9 corners, we had 5. We did score from a corner, Johnny Evans, big Johnny Evans. I actually, before the match, when I found out Johnny Evans was starting, I typed into the little group chat, the way crew was in, Legends, and I said, Evans masterclass, with a laughy face, and I was right. I wasn't expecting to be right, it was meant to be a joke, but I'm taking it. 200 IQ. Dino predicted it. I predicted Manchester United win as well. So, yeah, I mean, I don't think I can be wrong there. But, yeah, I mean, listen, we'll start off with I'm not going to call it a talking point, but you can call it a talking point if you want. It's 5 talking points. We do 5 talking points after every game. We'll have one after the game against Palace in the Carabao Cup, Palace in the Prem, and whatever games are after that. So yes, the whole match we weren't great. We defended decent enough, I'll admit. Surprisingly enough as well, because we conceded nearly in every game. I mean, the only two, so that's what, 2 Premier League games we haven't conceded in, Wolves and Burnley. And would you think maybe Burnley deserves to have a goal? Did we deserve to win? I mean, you might not deserve to win, but it's all about team spirit. And you hope that this 1-0 victory against Burnley will be a bit of belief, bit of confidence. Burnley were decent. Burnley were very good last night. I mean, if I was a Burnley fan, I'd feel a bit hard done by, but I'd also feel a bit proud as well because, you see them get hammered, which wasn't expected, to be fair. And you've played decent ball. I mean, if Burnley keep doing that, eventually it'll work. But he didn't have that key man in Lyle Foster, which if he did, it could have been a totally different match, totally different video here. Maybe we could have lost, but we didn't, luckily enough. But it's something we should work on. Not just getting, like we did it a few times last season, we got the 1 goal and then we sit out, shut up shop for the whole match. And then it was boring. And when we got forward, we tried, but we weren't trying hard enough. So yeah, glimpses of what happened last season. And yeah, hopefully this game against Burnley is, maybe we can come a bit of a run here, Go and beat Palace in the Carabao Cup. Where the holders that? Go and do that. Show them who's boss. Then go and beat Palace in the Prem. I think we play, is it Fenerbahce in the Champions League, and then we face Brentford. So we have to go on these good runs. Because if we can go on these good forms, it boosts confidence. Like last season, we beat Liverpool, beat Leicester. We beat Leicester and Southampton 1-0, which weren't convincing victories. We scored the first goal, and then it was the other team were just hitting us, and then we went forward. We were going to give it a go. We weren't trying hard enough. This basically is what it's like. But yeah, I mean, we weren't great in the first half. Second half, we were a bit shaky. Didn't really change much. But listen, let's switch it up. Let's start off with the first talking point, and it's a surprising talking point. But obviously, it'll be more than just one talking point. Johnny Evans. I mean, Clara Van Dijk. Are we saying it? Yeah, no, Van Dijk. Yeah, blah, blah, blah. I was only being sarcastic. But no, Johnny Evans, in all seriousness, though. Brilliant last night against Burnley. I mean, Bruno Fernandes gave him the Man of the Match award. And he said back to Bruno, I'll give back to you in the dressing room. And Bruno says, no, you keep it. You deserve it. Where are all these clowns who said, the Manchester United dressing room, there's a lot of leaks, where's the lack of team spirit, this, that, and anyways. I know people watching this would say, it's only Burnley. Yeah, that's fair enough. I'm not getting too carried away. I'm happy we got the job done. I'm hoping we can go on a good reform. But we have to up our game. Because would we have got away with it against the bigger teams? No. Am I going to sit here and be a negative Nancy? No. Could we be better? Yes. Will I take the win? Of course. You know what I mean? If you get a goal, obviously you must deserve to get 3 points if you do something right. And we done it right defensively. Sorry. As well. Which in the first half we done well going forward. And we're crap at the back. Other way around in the second half. We should be balanced in the middle. Top, back, middle, you name it, we should be all right there. But Johnny Evans, right, is he a starter? Like, honestly, I think he's a decent backup. Now, listen, I'm not saying, let's play him against Manchester City. But is he a good backup? I think if Johnny Evans kept up that, Johnny Evans could be a good backup for Manchester United. And obviously, he'll learn a lot. Like, don't get me wrong. we looked a bit more relaxed at the back with Johnny Evans at the ball. It was a bit of, what you call it, experience there. Now I feel like if Harry Maguire was fit and wasn't still injured, I felt like Harry Maguire would have started. But I mean, are we going to go as far to say Johnny Evans better than Slabby Maguire? But Johnny Evans, he is a good player, and I really, really hope, we don't. It'd be nice if you just kept these, but it'd be nice if, or rather, like if Martinez doing it was like like that last season, but just better, obviously. Long balls, solid at the back, solid as a rock, clean sheet, brilliant. But yeah, Johnny Evans, let us know in the comments. Should Ten Hag consider starting him or maybe have him as his third choice centre back? Let us know in the comments. Or to make it more realistic, should he be ahead of Harry Maguire? Is what I'll say. Because you're not really going to put him ahead of Lindelof, right? Or Rafael Varane and Martinez. So. But yeah, I mean, also I want to talk about another Manchester United player in Hannibal Mejbri. Second talking point. He was brilliant last night, wasn't he? I mean, he was brilliant. You have to give it to him. We witnessed it in the game against Brighton. I mean, pre-season, I was like, Hannibal, don't let him go anywhere. Keep him at Manchester United. He is a brilliant player, and if you give these players chances, they will do well. And Hannibal looks like he's going to be a serious talent for Manchester United. He's calm. Like even on the pitch last night, he just settled in. But the energy he gave, he was pressing down players. He was running all over the pitch. I'd love to see how much ground he covered. I think he played the full 90 minutes as well, which was nice because he deserved it. And I hope we see him I hope he plays against Crystal Palace on Tuesday in the Carabao Cup, because I don't want it to be a case that we play him when he's playing well and then we drop him when he's starting to play well. I mean, look at Garnacho. His game time is kind of shortened a bit, which happened last season as well for a bit, and then he came back on to the scene. But yeah, I mean, Garnacho, Hannibal, Hoyland. I'm missing anyone. Them three, anyways. They're three good young lads. I feel like I'm missing someone, and I don't want to be. I feel like I'm missing someone. Pelistri. How could I forget Pelistri? They're decent, and they're threats, and they're young, and they want to impress. So yeah, Hannibal Mejbri for me. I mean, I was happy with him last night, and I was literally thinking, oh, right, if we're gonna take off players, do yada yada yada. I was like, I don't want to take off Hannibal, because why would we do that? Why would we do that? As well. I wonder if we get a few Hannibal stats. I mean, Hannibal's game numbers against Burnley: 91% pass accuracy, 34 touches, 21 passes completed, 7 ball recoveries, 3 ground duels won. Two tackles won, 2 key passes. Brilliant performance from Hannibal. That's brilliant. I mean, he's still very young, still a long career ahead of him. That was brilliant from Hannibal Mejbri last night, as well. So yeah, you have to really give him credit there, as well. But Hannibal Mejbri was all over the pitch, pressed, loads of energy, loving it. But I just want to let us know in the comments: should Hannibal Mejbri should he be in Ten Hag starting 11 now more often? Let us know in the comments. But I want to go just back to Johnny Evans' stats as well, which you were talking about. He had a 91% pass accuracy, 81 touches, 60 out of 66 passes completed, 8 clearances, 2 out of 2 ground duels won, 2 out of 2 aerial duels won, 1 key pass and 1 assist. Great performance at the back from the big man, Johnny Evans. Solid. solid as a rock. But yeah, Hannibal Merchant beat Johnny Evans. I think he shocked a lot of people last night for Manchester United. As well. But back to another Manchester United player. Kept the clean sheet. Brilliant. Honestly. Brilliant from Andre Onana last night, in my opinion. 48 touches, 7 long balls completed, 4 saves, 3 saves from shots inside the box, 1 high claim. And yeah, he made some vital, brilliant, top-class saves. You look at the first half, Burnley, I think the ball headed onto the ground and he saved it. The second half, he was making a lot of good saves. And, you know, if Onana plays like this every week, and even better, it'll give me fantasy FPL points, but it'll get Manchester United 3 points, which is brilliant. So he has to keep these up and not going and letting stupid shots in, because I thought what was wrong with him against Bayern on Wednesday. Didn't like it, but hopefully now we're going to see a lot better from Onana. And yeah, I would hate to see him have to make another post-match apology, because I want to see him come out and say, brilliant game, I was solid, everyone was solid. So I'm sure he'll keep improving, I'm sure he will. I'm sure he'll keep improving, but, you know, at the moment he just has to keep it up. And yeah, you never know. I really liked it though, but as long balls is something that we should be working on a lot though. That's just what I'm going to say. But yeah, Onana, what do you think of last night? Was he good? Was he bad? Was it just average? I thought he was solid last night and he made some brilliant saves and he literally put his body on the line a bit as well. Yeah, obviously he kept the clean sheet as well, which we haven't kept in a few games. I think it was the last 4 games or so. So yeah, not good. But yeah, and another thing as well that I wasn't really happy with last night from Erik ten Hag was the lack of substitutions. I think that's a talking point in my opinion. And let us know, anyone watching, you know, what other talking points would you throw in at us? Throw talking points in, and yeah, we'll see what happens. Lack of substitutions wasn't great. I think we made 2 subs. Was it 1, 2, 2 subs? I think it was. Yeah, we brought on Varane. We brought on Amrabat. I know people would say, "Why is he not on the talking point?" I don't think he was playing in his normal position, to be fair. So yeah, I think he was more a defender, wasn't he? But yeah, no, it was decent. It was decent overall, though. But yeah, I forgot what I was talking about. Substitutions. We should have made more substitutions earlier on in the game. In the 60th, I always say the 60th minute should be around the 60th to the 70th minute is when manager should be making the crucial changes, the game changing changes. Burnley made 4 changes, I think, because Vincent Kompany was just like, right, we're not really going to beat them any other way. Maybe if we bring on fresh legs and just hit them, we might get some out of it. They didn't. We brought on Varane. He replaced a Region who had to come off. He had a hammy. Fingers crossed he's okay for the game against Palace, either in the Prem or the Carabao, because we have no other fullbacks. And yeah, it's going to get to the stage and we'll see Lindelof playing left back, won't we? Or Dalot playing left back and Lindelof right back. Oh, please don't. Leach can play left back, but no. Ten Hag will have to go big, 3 at the back. No. But yeah, lack of substitutions. Well, I wasn't happy about that from Erik ten Hag last night. And I like Ten Hag. I'm never a person to give him crap, but I'm not giving him crap. I'm just being crap. Yeah, lack of substitutions. You know, he had Garnacho on the bench, Palestri on the bench, Amrabat on the bench. We brought him on too late. Varane and Amrabat, were they fit enough? I always say, if you're fit enough to make the bench, you should be fit enough to at least play half an hour, 45, 30 minutes. But yeah, I mean, again, to people watching, do you agree with me? Do you think that Manchester United, Ten Hag should have made a substitution area last night? Or do you think, no, you know what, he made good substitutions at the right time. He done what was needed. He wasn't going to change anything anytime soon in case, you know, in case it ruins the flow of the game for Manchester United. But I mean, he should have brought on Garnacho, in my opinion, and Amrabat earlier. That's what he should have done. But because let's be honest, it could have went bad. Burnley could have scored in the last 5-10 minutes, and then he'd worry. Like when we're behind, he brings on his attacking players. But he shouldn't be right. Okay, you should be trying to defend the lead you have, but you should also be trying to get a second goal. 2-goal cushion is 10 times better than a 1-goal cushion. It's not a cushion. It's 1-goal concrete. You know what I mean? It's still going to be hard. So yeah, lack of substitutions, in my opinion, from Eric Ten Hag last night, and hopefully it's something we works on, because you looked at it last season, substitution changed games. Make substitutions. And maybe he was looking at the game against Crystal Palace on Tuesday, saying don't make too many, because I feel like you'll see Garnacho start, Martial, Amrabat, Rafael Varane. I feel like we'll see it all start. I wonder if we see Boy in there start as well. That'd be an interesting one. But yeah, lack of substitutions from Eric Ten Hag last night, because, like I said, if Burnley scored in the last 10, 15 minutes, 5 minutes, injury time, it would have been too late. So he should, while making defensive changes, put on an attacking change. Whether it's Martial, Pelistri, Garnacho. That's what he should do. But that's not the comments. Do you agree or do you disagree? Did Ten Hag make the right move last night? And last one is team spirit. Now, I know people are saying team spirit, what the hell? Do teams with team spirit hug each other after the match like we just won the World Cup? Do teams with team spirit give each other man in the match awards? Like, do we do that? I thought it was good team spirit for Manchester United last night. Like I said, it wasn't great. We weren't out of this world. It wasn't a great Manchester United performance, but we got the job done. And hopefully the team spirit rises and rises. Because it looked like it was running out, but hopefully we have it back and it can rise. Because I hope that just the win against Burnley will make them improve. And yeah, hopefully we can go higher as well. But yeah, team spirit was solid. I mean, the two players there who are up there for man of the match, Bruno Fernandes and Johnny Evans. Johnny Evans obviously hugging Bruno Fernandes. Yeah, I mean, it was good. It was a good performance, and I was actually happy with Manchester United after the game last night. When you're looking back, you're like, I was happy with that. It wasn't a great performance. It was a shitty 1-0 victory, but I'll take it. Going away to Turf Moor, not an easy ground to go to. Yeah, I know City hammered them. City beat them there by a good bit alongside Aston Villa and Tottenham. But that could be a game that could wipe off all the cobwebs for Manchester United. Hopefully Palace is where we go and hit them on that one. But yeah, that has been the 5. But that's not actually, was the team spirit good last night in Manchester United? I thought it was okay. But yeah, that has been the Manchester United versus Burnley. 5, I was going to do that, that's 10. 5 talking points. We talked about Johnny Evans, we talked about team spirit, Hannibal Mejbri, clean sheet, lack of substitutions, man of the match. Is it Bruno? Is it Evans? I think I got Bruno. Nah, do you know what? Johnny Evans is a red. Johnny Evans is a red. He is brilliant. But yes, like I said, that has been the 5 talking points against Burnley. Let us know what you think of this video. This is a regular occurrence now. We will start seeing a lot of 5 talking point pre-recorded videos. Let us know what you thought. It's a nice start. I'll learn on the way. But until then, like, comment, subscribe, but follow our socials. Links in the description. You can see if you want to handle it, but I know the Twitter logo it's old, but I'll just try and do my best. But until then, what is this? But until then, thanks buddy for watching. And yeah, the Reds go marching on. Back on Tuesday for the Manchester United vs Crystal Palace preview. Watch long Wednesday. Till then, have a good one. Thanks for watching.